Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Inskeep. I used to be a teacher at the Elmwood Elementary School, but now I'm retired, and I have told our library director, Mrs. Armbruster, that I would do some reading to you on the internet for summer reading. So, this is my first book. It is called A Family is a Family is a Family, and it's got a green cover. There's lots of little children all playing together, doing fun things. The book is written by Sara O'Leary and illustrated by Quinn Legg. And you can get this book at the library if you like it. So, a family is a family is a family. We were talking about families in school. The teacher asked us what we thought made our family special. I went last because I wasn't sure what to say. My family is not like everybody else's. So here's a schoolroom with a teacher and her students. And they all have to tell why their family is special. My mom and dad have been best friends since first grade. They really like each other. It's kind of gross. So this little girl or child is talking about her family, that her mom and dad have known each other for a very long time, and she thinks it's gross. There are lots of kids in our family. Mom and dad just keep coming home with more. So this little girl's family, they must have a lot of children because she says they keep coming home with more children, more family, big family. There's children everywhere. They're on the floor, in the cupboard, on the counter, looking in the windows. She's got a baby in her hands, so that mom and dad are busy. Both my moms are terrible singers, and they both like to sing really loud. Well, this child has two moms, and they both like singing, but they must not be very good at it. I have more grandparents than anyone else I know. This little boy is pointing to a tree with all the pictures of his grandparents that he has in his family. He must have older grandparents and younger grandparents, and he just has a lot of them. This child says, we have a new baby in our house. I think my mom ordered him online. So that child says she doesn't know where the baby came from, but maybe online. There we go. Okay. We all look alike in my family. We just kind of go together. This family's riding a big bicycle, and that child says, we all look alike in our family. We all go together real good. One week, Mom gets me. The next week, Dad does. Fair's fair. So this child has to go to two parents' homes. His mom and dad don't live together anymore. So one week he's with his mom, and she must be an artist because she's painting. And then the next week he goes with his dad, and it looks like they're at a sporting event. So he has two places to live. Some people say I look like my dad, and some people say I look like my mom. I think I look just like myself. So this child's drawing a picture of his parents. And depends on who's talking to him. Some people think he looks like his mom, and some think he looks like his dad. So he drew a picture of both. My mom says that before I was born, I grew in her heart. And his mom's in a wheelchair. So she must love him a lot. Before he was born, he was growing in her heart. Because I live with my grandmother, people sometimes think she's my mother. She's not. She's my everything. But this child has to live with his grandmother, which is okay. Somebody's taking care of that child. And that's what we need, people that take care of us. And that's what our families are supposed to do. Some of the kids were dads when he met mom. Some were moms when she met dad. Now we all belong to each other. So this mom and dad were married before, and they had children, and now they are married, and the two families now have become one big family. So that child has a different experience too. One of my dads is tall and one is short. They both give good hugs. So this child has two dads, but he's happy because they give him good hugs, no matter if they're tall or short. All that matters is, does he get good hugs? I listened to everybody else, and then I remembered the time someone saw us all together at the park. She asked my foster mother to point out her real children. Oh, I don't have any imaginary children, Mom said. All my children are real. So this child didn't know what to say because he or she is living in a foster home, which means somebody's taking care of them until they can get adopted or until they can go back to their biological family. But this foster mother said, they're all my children no matter what. So a family is a family is a family. And there they are. Everybody's happy. They all have a loving, happy family no matter what it looks like, because nobody's family is the same. So I think that would be a good book for you to check out at the library because the pictures are very, very cute, really. Okay, boys and girls, I am going to read you a story called A Kid is a Kid is a Kid. And if you can guess, it's written by the same lady that I just read you a story that she wrote. A family is a family is a family. So if you like that book, I'm hoping you would like this book by Sara O'Leary. A Kid is a Kid is a Kid. Being the new kid is hard. Okay, here's the new girl. She's coming to the new school, and she's a little bit nervous, I think, because she said it's hard being the new kid at school. I can think of better things to ask than if I am a boy or a girl. What a question. Well, somebody must have asked this child. I assumed she was a girl, but maybe not. That somebody must have asked, are you a boy or a girl? And that child says, what a question. There's better things to talk about. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. I get asked why I always have my nose in a book. Books are my life. She loves books. Look at it. She's sitting there reading with a stack of books around her. So he or she always has his or her nose in a book. I get asked why I'm so small. I'd rather get asked what big words I can spell. So somebody asked this child, why are you so little? Why are you so small? But the child would rather be asked, what words can I spell? So you have to be careful what questions you ask people. You might hurt their feeling. I get asked where I come from. Here I come. Here. I come from here. So the new kid is having all these questions because they want to learn about the new kid is all about. So they ask all these questions. Where'd you come from? Well, the new kid is saying, I come from here. I'm here right now. I don't know why we are always asked if we're identical twins. They do look alike. Twins would have that problem. Which one are you? So they do look alike, because identical twins mean that they're pretty much the same looking. I was asked why I didn't have any friends. Then this boy said, I'm their friend, and now he is. So it's important to have a friend. So if you see somebody that doesn't have a friend, please be their friend. And maybe you're that child that doesn't have a friend, and why would you want somebody to come and be a friend for you? Asking me why I wear the same shirt all the time isn't logical. I mean, just look, it's an exceptional shirt. This boy likes to wear the same shirt every day because he loves it so much. And people are asking, why do you wear the same shirt every day? And he thinks it's an exceptional shirt. Why would anyone ask me why my sister was born different? Everyone is different. Here her little sister's in a medical bed, and she's got a tube attached to her. So people want to know, why was she born different? But really, when you think about it, everybody is born different. Ask me what I can do, not what I can't do. This is good advice. When you see somebody new coming to school, these are good questions to ask. Not the ones that everybody always asks. Think of something different. Ask me why my new dog's name, or ask me my new dog's name. Pumpkin Pie is the new dog's name, is the dog's name. So that's a good question to ask. Do you have a pet? Yes. What is it, a dog or a cat? And then you can find out what the name is. So this dog is named Pumpkin Pie. I think I would ask why they named it Pumpkin Pie. Ask me if you can try my lunch. I love to share. So it looks like they're at lunchtime, and he's going to share his lunch with the other kids. So that's a nice thing to do. He's going to share rice rolls, shrimp pancakes, dumplings, tofu soup, and cabbage. Well, I'll bet you the other kids have never had that kind of food before. I wish you would ask me about my grandmother's house. I was so happy there. This child must have lived with the grandparent, and it was a happy time for them. And you know, there's one question we all like. Hey kids, you want to play? So just remember that. When the new kids at school, make sure you be a friend to them. Ask them to play and be part of having fun at school. Okay, so those two books. A Kid is a Kid is a Kid. And A Family is a Family is a Family. Both written by Sara O'Leary. So you can find both those books at our local library. So thank you for listening.